Okay, I'm back. This is gonna be super short, honestly. It's already 9:43. I was actually hoping to have started at right after 5, but I worked like 30-minute overtime, and then I ate, took a nap, woke up. Um, my computer wasn't booting because I accidentally switched the SATA cables. Because I have two SSDs and I put the second one first, so it booted up the second one, which doesn't have the Windows um, boot files. So I had to remove the back case, switch the SATA cables so that they're in the correct order, and then the computer booted up just fine. And then I was helping my sister update her resume so that I was sending it in for her. And that took me a while. Actually, took me 9 days because the various things happening and stuff. So I was kind of busy. So I finally looked at it today, updated it, help her update it, and then sent it in. Hopefully she gets that position that she's aiming for. And then finally got done with that. So here I am now. Anyways. So I don't think I can commit to a long game right now. Like I do, there's a lot of things going on right now. There is Diablo, which I haven't played in a while. I do have Black Desert downloaded. BattleBit I have. PoE, forgot what the league is called. Is tomorrow. The one with the gladiators where you go fight in an arena with other rogues or exiles, whatever. I don't know if there's PvP in there, but that'd be interesting if there is. Obviously, if you die in there, it doesn't count towards your AC def, so that's good. PoE is tomorrow, so I'm pretty sure I'll be either playing that or League or Valorant. So we'll see. I see a lot of the OG PoE streamers playing it today to sort of like figure out a starting build or to just sort of practice leveling up. So that's nice. Diablo's, going. It's going. I don't know when. I mean, I'm going to try to fit that in between, PoE and Valorant and League. We'll see. Kingdom Come. Whenever I have time, I'm going to try and pick up on that. I do enjoy the game. And I enjoy where it's going. Obviously, I'm thinking of starting it fresh and brand new again. Just because I feel like... Because I started a brand new storyline. And then I accidentally clicked on... I don't know the girl's name. I ended up doing her quest line instead. So I'm playing as the girl, which I'm supposed to be playing as Henry. So that I will come back to whenever I have some free time. But yeah, there's League, there's Valorant, there's PoE. Diablo is a little bit on hold right now. There's so much stuff going on. And Kingdom Come, obviously, whenever I have the free time too. I mean, it's been a while since I've ever played any single player game. So that's a good, break from PvP stuff or grindy stuff, more story based stuff. I was thinking of Baldur's Gate, but I don't think like if I ever had the free time to, I would, but it takes so much time that I would have to, because like it's not like you're gonna be able to play like 2 hours and get that far, right? The game looks like people have been playing it since day one and are still wrapping up the storyline, so it's a lot. I think it's at least like 100 hours worth of gameplay to to complete the game, essentially. So it's a very big game, but I'm glad of their success. Oh yeah, let me see. Yeah, I'll just keep it at 3500. I always stream at 3500, but recently I upgraded it to 6000. But I think I'll only do that when I am the only one on the network. But if there's other people on the network, then I'll have to decrease it back down to 3500 or so. I'm gonna play a few spike rushes. I don't think I can do a whole competitive match. Because I think I should be out by 10:30 or so. Or swift play. Just to, just play to play, but not really. I mean, I already am rated, I think like Iron 3 or something like that. I'm not really pushing for any specific ranks. I just been playing it whenever my brother has. Breeze. I think more importantly is to get used to the maps, right? Sage. I've been just playing Sage just to... The thing is like, if I play too many champs, I think the focus is to just learn the basics of the game, right? And then from there, you figure out the champs. And then just playing the same champ first, for me, makes it easier. Because I already know what the champ does. And then I can just focus on just, gameplay mechanics. Not gameplay mechanics, but like bettering my shooting skills and, waiting, shooting, peeking, whatever like that. Just focusing on the game itself and then figuring out the character after. Because I think I have a lot of problem for me is that I tend to aim lower. So in most games like Battlefield or Arma or whatever, or even COD, it doesn't, like, more often than not you're gonna be aiming for the body. If you're someone who's coming from like CS:GO or the equivalent, you're probably gonna be trying to focus on the headshots. But in here, yeah, same in here. Like same with CS:GO, is you're gonna be focusing more on headshots, more precise shots. Whereas in the other games, you kind of okay to just spray at the largest surface, which is their body. So I'm so used to that when I play in here, I get, like in a 1v1 situation, I get outgunned because I'm so used to aiming at the body, which does significantly less damage than the head. So it's better for me to just try and keep practicing headshots here. Because here, you just don't, run and gun. You kind of had to take your time and then go for precise shots. The gameplay for this game and CS:GO are very similar. While not exactly the exact same thing, because CS:GO has a slightly different feel to it, but the same concept.
Spike down B.
See that? You take your time to wait. You're not really trying to spray and pray, right? You kind of just like take pop shots and hopefully it lands well. The thing is in here is if you say were to take position, and this is what I do all the time that kind of messes me up. Just say if they like are strafing between this doorway and I'm just like here standing like this and crouching waiting for them, it's not really good either, because they know where exactly I'm at, but I don't know where they are. And then if I'm just like sort of a sitting duck, they're able to take headshot off of me while I'm struggling to like move my cursor. So you kind of had to like move left and right and try and adjust yourself. So right now I'm playing defense, so they're moving A.
Spike down A.
You can't rotate right away. Some teams will pretend to attack a position, and then they'll turn around, and then they'll take the spike with them and go rotate to another they'll go to another spot. Yeah. So right now they know they can't penetrate to A, so they're gonna try and either go through mid and come through around, or they're gonna try and go through B. Yeah, so here like sort of like they're gonna rotate and reposition and try and plant a spike somewhere else.
30 seconds left.
Oh, she is. So I've always thought this is the weirdest thing, but to buy a Marshall on the tagging side is not a very good idea.
Last player standing.
Unless you're somebody who is like specializing in long range shots. So say if they're attacking from a long position, then it makes sense to have someone in the back and try and pick people off. But I think for most people, you're kind of better off starting with like either a Spectre or a Stinger to try and save your currency. I mean, although the Marshall is not that expensive, $950, which is still less than the Spectre, but I think most people who start off Marshall right after like second or third round, I mean, I don't know, it's never, I think more often than not you're gonna screw up unless you get to that level of like, hey, you're really good at hitting headshots all the time or most of the time, sure. But I would say for beginners, it's kind of too early to start using a Marshall. Like that. Like, it makes sense if you're on defense, right? And you're using a Marshall. But yeah, as I said, it's way too early and too aggressive. Yeah, that's no good.
Last round in the half.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really good, like, you know, and you're good at sniping, just go ahead, Marshall up on attack if you're really at that level. But at the lower elo, it's not the way to go for now. I would say if the situation is getting dicey, whip out your pistol if you're on a snipe. But, you know, obviously, if you're in a good position for long range shooting, then we both crouched, but I only got his shoulders or chest.
Switching sides.
I got outgunned there. So we're on attack now. I think when I first started playing the game, I loved using a pistol. Same with like a lot of games. Like, if I wanted to really practice my shooting, I'm like, okay, how well can I do with the pistol alone? Even if I'm going like, up against a Vandal or the Phantom or something. So I would take it to like deathmatch and just see how far I could get up the leaderboard with it. I think only once where I was at the top position with just a pistol. That's pretty hard to pull off, but it's not impossible, right? I think a lot of this game more is about positioning and movement, and then obviously patience, and then precise shooting. So that guy was able to hit me in the leg and in the head and get the kill. So I would say take your time when it comes to aiming, but don't take too much time, right? And then just keep going in the firing range to see if you can get some good precise shots in. At least that's my advice. I don't think I've ever ranked in this game, so it's I didn't rank until recently, this season or this act. Prior to that, I was always unranked because I've only played like normal matches or whatever. So right now I'm just practicing some more like supportive role, and then later on I'm gonna be. This is the way I've always been doing it. I start off supportive because I understand how utility works and stuff, and then I move on to aggressive roles. So later on I'm gonna revert back to I mean utilities are like Brimstone, Sage, Cypher, and then I'm gonna move on to how do you say, more offense roles like Reyna, what's her name, Raze. I think I started off with Raze because I like the grenade and stuff like that. Yeah, you don't really have to run out of here. You just sort of stay at the point until time runs. Hopefully it's too late for them. Try to pick them off. And then you can run now. And you're good. There you go. Final round. Let's go for a big buy. Now let's go do this running again. Neon is a more offense role, like very aggressive, very close up in your face. I think Neon's on the same level as Jet. It's just that Jet is like more airborne, and then Neon's more like ground, but she moves really quick. Yeah, like at the lower elo, they're obviously gonna go straight for sight. But you don't have to actually go right away because you still have a minute. Ooh. Yeah, so right there, she took her time, got the aim, got the headshot and body shot. Whereas for me, I only got the body shot. Yeah, as I said, I have a tendency to aim lower than I'm supposed to. And in here, you can't really just straight up auto because the bullets spread. Because they have a bloom system, so it's like randomized, you know, arrows in a cone, and the bullet shoots everywhere. Yeah, I think if they really wanted to, I think they should move to spray pattern. The same way Rainbow ended up. Rainbow was slightly random. And they went to spray pattern the same way PUBG has. I mean, not PUBG. CS:GO has spray pattern. PUBG has a spray pattern as well. So if you practice it, you'll figure it out for each gun. Every gun is kind of distinct. But here, yeah, here it has bloom, so it's randomized. That's the only one thing that I wish was like they reconsider. Then the game is pretty much perfect at that point. I don't know if every single gun has ADS, but I think a good amount does. But you don't really use it that often. You could. It's not bad. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not always gonna
Spike
be,
down A.
you know, the go-to. In some situations, you're gonna be using hipfire, and in some situations, for more precise shots, you're gonna be using ADS.
Last player standing. My territory.
Oh, got it. 4 to 4. I think this server person is gonna have a opera, which is the one tap snapper rifle. So I see people with a fixed icon. So some people have like a cross or just a dot for their cursor, or their crosshair, which is fine. The reason why I have both the inner and outer line is to know if my aim is losing its accuracy or not. So if I'm walking, crouching, or jumping or strafing, then I'll know if my aim is yeah, losing its accuracy. Oh no.
Spike down A.
Shouldn't be weak.
Player standing.
Interesting crosshair, by the way. This is like a horizontal. Yeah. They had a hard time getting on site. Yeah, so the reason why I think the last time I played was either, so I don't think I played on Friday. Saturday, I think. I think it's almost been almost a week or so. But yeah, as I said, I was replacing my fans, and I decided to replace the cooler, and then so essentially I stripped the entire computer, remove all the parts out, dusted each part, replace the fans, replace the cooler, put it back together, vacuum my room, and check the temperature. It's looking good. Much better than previously. So I'm quite happy with it. The only one thing I wish I did was I bought an extra 120mm fan and replaced the default Cooler Master. I think it's like the one that they give you on the radiator in Hyper Cooler Master Hyper 212 or something like that. Cooler Master Evo 212. They give you these, I think it's called like the Sicko Flow or something like that. It's like 2000 RPM. But I had that. I bought 2 of them for my front side, for the front fans, and they're super loud. Just 2 of them alone sound like a jet engine. So I think later on I will replace the CPU cooler, or CPU radiator cooler, or CPU cooler fan, essentially, because it's what's sitting on the radiator right now. I'm pretty sure it was designed for specifically for cooling the radiator, but I think I can find a better one, a more silent one. Yeah, I mean, if they were cheaper, then I would have gotten all Noctuas, or anything that is equivalent to super silent but really good quality fans. They're more expensive for sure, but they achieve what everyone wants, is good airflow, and then very quiet and very energy efficient. So that's the goal later on. I mean, if I ever do like an upgrade, I'd probably go for that placement. But I went with I think there was a good 5 of them, and I think number 4 was the Arctic, which to me they're pretty good. I mean, they're pretty quiet, and then they were like only $10 each. Honestly, a fan should be anywhere between 5 and 10 for a simple, electric motor and then blades. But obviously, yeah. In my opinion, that is there shouldn't be more than $10, but it's the way the market is right now. Do you ever go to like any electronic shop that is not dedicated for like computers, but just electronic shop? You can get a fan for like $1 or so, or less. Just a general fan. So obviously, if you're in the gaming retailer, they will increase the price just because they sell it to like a gaming audience. Obviously, like a multi-purpose fan won't have the same qualities in terms of like quietness or speed or anything, but a fan shouldn't be that pricey, right? Honestly, same with chairs. All right, so we're on defense.
Here.
I'm not gonna peek. Okay. So you can go to the site right away, or you can wait a little bit, because they if they have a hard time getting into the site, they're gonna come back around, try to hit a different site. So you're not always gonna be rushing the site right away. You're gonna be at least oof. Should have went somewhere else. Re-peeking is always never a really good idea, because she knows where I'm at, but she can. I don't know where what's her name will go. So if you lost that round, my advice is you can either buy a light shield and a utility, or you can go for a ghost and a heavy shield. But usually what I do is I buy heavy shield and a ghost. I don't buy like a Spectre right away or a Stinger. Try and survive the round. Damn. It's so weird because this is 2 shots, but it feels like a nanosecond. So all I see is I peek, I see it, and then I'm dead. But on her side, it probably shows that she took 2 shots off of me and got the kill, something like that. I mean, they're improving the netcode. It's just sometimes it's confusing.
120 Gecko.
Trouble on defense here. I don't usually buy the sheriff. I just go for the ghost because of the fire rate. I mean, yeah, it does more damage, but you miss a shot, that few seconds it takes to for the bullet to load up is enough for them to get the shot off of you. So I'm like, it's not really my priority at the moment. It's the same way I feel with the Marshall, like it's not my priority to get that right away. I mean, eventually once you get pretty good at taking like bolt action shots or one taps, you're getting better headshots, then yeah, you get to give them a shot. But I think for now I just focus on just working on the regular guns. I mean, eventually you want to get to the point where you're good at sniping, but I don't think that's the priority at the moment. I'm a bad guy.
Player standing.
I should have waited behind the box. That way it's harder. Because if he walks past the box, he'll have to swing his mouse. So that within that time, I made a aim directly at his head. N14. Alright, so now that I got the computer up and running again, nice and cool, a little bit more quieter. Got that resume updated and everything for my sis. Probably gotta help better with the move. Oh, I can't do anything. Yeah, the little thing. I was trying to kill it. But
All I'm gonna say is Gecko's little thing got in the way.
yeah, it did. I couldn't see. Unless I think I do have Rainbow installed. I installed it like weeks ago, just in case. There's so many things that Rainbow does that most games don't. Especially with like vacancies. So for example, if a player AFK is at the beginning of the match, then they fill it with another player eventually. 1, they have a vote kick system. 2, obviously they have a report and punishment system. 3, they show ban waves. 4, oh, they did a lot of things right. Confusing game. Obviously, not a lot of people are going to be into the whole operating thing, but I mean at this point, like most games now have it, right?
One enemy remaining.
Plant the spike. At least by the 3rd round, start buying heavy armor. Like the first 2 rounds, maybe. The first round, you're probably not gonna buy any armor. Second round, maybe light armor. And then the 3rd round, heavy armor. And then from there on, you got always be buying heavy armor. And then the round switches after resets, and so you know, start again. Like say you switch from attack to defending, you're gonna be starting with no armor again when the round switches. There we go.
Did I
Patience.
get inside your head? Taking advantages. Let's go.
Let's go big. I'm gonna go with what's her name? I don't know the name of this character. Kinda looks like Reyna, but like an older version of Reyna. I don't know when this character was released. But this game runs really well on my system. My system is very low end, so that's the reason why I play certain games that are like low graphics. Try not to. Try not to like push my system. Obviously, with all the heat and stuff like that, I try to, you know, keep it minimal. The only thing that I can run well, then I'll be playing that. Obviously, you know, if I get a better or upgraded system, I'd be playing something like more graphically intensive, right?
Your trail.
Thing. Oh, we both died for it. I wasn't gonna let it get it. I think after this, I'm gonna go eat and just head out. Are we spiking? Oh shit. Nice. Anyone got a sniper? Oh, damn it. GG's. I got flashed like twice. Oh, what's this? Oh, they do have report feedbacks. Your reported a player using voice chat was verified and the player you reported was penalized. Oh, that's nice. They're never going to show the name because they changed the way they do punishment system, so it's not going to show. But it's nice to at least have some sort of feedback, you know, to at least know that your reports are going through. Daydreams. Ooh, nice sword. Minima operator. Reaver, Soul Strife. I'll do one more swift play and then I'll head out from here. Yeah, I'm all set. Like there, I have not much going on now, cause that was the two main things: just putting my computer back together,
Match found.
vacuuming my room, and then doing the resume thing, and then obviously keeping on top of my work, the normal errands, and I think yeah, I mean David, yeah, helping David with his stuff.
I'll show him just how many tricks I know.
He's gonna be pretty busy doing things, so I'm gonna be helping with that. But here and there, I'll have a little bit more free time to stream a little bit more regularly again. But sometimes I'm like, there's so much work to do at work that, you know, once I get off work, I'm like so tired that Um, let's say I wanted to stream at like 5:30, I ended up streaming at like 7 or 8 instead, because this is around the time I would wake up, lay in bed, and read some news, and finally get up. Like, okay, gotta jump back on. Okay. Alright, yeah, so one last round or match, and then eat and head out. Tomorrow, I don't know what the plan is. We'll figure it out. But more likely than not, if my brother's on, if he's not busy, I'll either League or Valorant. But obviously if no one's on, then I'm gonna play some Kingdom. Oh no, actually tomorrow will be some PoE. So, I mean, we'll see. Maybe it's half like PoE, half Valorant. But I think I might do. I mean, the new league is available tomorrow. Yeah, I'm doing that.
Reloading.
Oh, I don't know this map too well. This is, what's this map called? Breeze or something like that. Oh, I forgot I'm not Sage. Jet's gonna move in. Reyna's on the left.
Spike down mid.
Shit. Jet had the spike.
Last player standing.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's no good. I forgot the trapdoor makes noise. What did I do?
Drink some water. Reload.
Oh, like, wait, can I crack open the door slowly, or is... Oh, man. Oh, yeah, October, I might have some plans. I think I might try to do horror games in October. We'll see. The thing is like, I do have a terabyte hard drive, so I have 2 SSDs. One has Windows loaded on it. The other one is games like Valorant, League, PoE or whatever. And then the other one has what do you call it?
Spike down mid.
Now I'm facing some jazz.
Ooh, damn it! I saw her too. But Reyna's got this. She's full health, and she got her abilities up. Nice. Reyna versus Reyna. Yeah, so I'm thinking of doing horror games in October. Yeah, as I said, I was
30 seconds left.
I think my SSD is half filled because it's not. I mean, it's only 256 gig. And then the
You should stop trying.
my HDD, which is 1 terabyte, is
That was worrisome.
like 90% filled at this point. The games are starting to get a lot bigger. And I might need to get another 1 or 2 terabyte hard drive or so. The thing is, I could wait until Black Friday and just deal with, you know, deleting games and reinstalling. I don't know. Yeah, I can deal with just removing adding games to sort of, you know, if there's a game I'm not playing, I just uninstall it. Install a game I want to play. Like, install the game. Pretty much install what I need on it. Yeah. Great. For now. Because obviously there's only a select few games I actually play. The rest is just like whatever. But you know, I think for like, say for someone that, for example, like Lyra, who variety games, it's more important for them to get like as much storage space as possible. They can switch between games without having to deal with downloading, uninstalling, downloading, reinstalling the game. It only makes sense for those type of streamers. But if you're someone who's more like specific, like say like you're a League streamer or something, then you don't need quite as much space, so you're only playing like a few games.
Here. Here. Enemy spotted. B.
Oh, I actually gotta go with my sister to return my suit.
Switching sides.
We have like an upcoming wedding, so I bought a suit from Macy's, but they found a cheaper one at whatchamacallit, at Kohl's. So we're gonna return the Macy's one and just get the Kohl's one. I mean, as long as it fits, it's the same size, but whether the quality or the fit is good, I don't know. We'll see.
Here. We go. Watching here.
I like this Raider. He takes the right spot. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get on site, and then you're supposed to take position and not be visible. Unless you're really aggressive, then yeah, go ahead and take a attacking position or something. But for the best part, if you want to increase your chances of successful spike, then you want to set up like a corner where it's hard for them to see you, and then just wait it out. Let them walk into you, essentially. I think a lot of this game is about patience, and you know, a lot of people are coming from different genres, like COD or Battlefield or whatever, and those games don't really emphasize patience. I mean, if you're coming from CSGO, this game will come natural to you. But for me, I didn't come from a tactical shooter background. I came from, you know, games like Red Faction, Freedom Fighters, COD. I didn't Battlefield. So. Yeah, I didn't really play CS:GO when I first started playing computer games. But I did play some SWAT, and I really loved that game. And that is a tactical shooter, so I guess I have a slight background in it. But then it's PvE though, unless you're playing the PvP portion, which is also there's a scene there. Was a scene. Yeah, I didn't play it that much because I never owned it. Because I didn't have a computer at the time and I didn't own the game, so it was impossible for me to play it consistently. I didn't get a computer until, well, I got a laptop in like college in 2011. And I didn't get a computer until 2000, like end of 2013. 2013 was when I went with some friends on Black Friday to get the parts and order the parts, put together the computer. And then we started with Battlefield, and then I think a couple months later we started playing League of Legends, because I think at the time when Battlefield launched, it had some issues that we couldn't fix. Like, it was like the game would freeze up, whatever. So we ended up deciding to play something that was more like computer or low end friendly. So we started playing League. I spent a lot of time on it. And then, yeah, that's like the beginning of 2014 was when I started playing League. End of 2013, beginning of 2014. And then I think 2015 was when I started playing Path of Exile. And I think around the time was when I first created my first time. Well, it was when I first created a Twitch account, right? Oh yeah, I think I started with Brimstone, and then I played a lot of Reyna, and also Sage. Oh, damn. Good shot. Take your time, take your time. Good try. I think they won. GG's. But this game is decent. I mean, it's clean. It runs well. I think for the most part, it's chill. I'd say like 7 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times. Then there's a 2 time or so where there's toxic players, but for the most part, it's been chill. But yeah, most importantly, I think. I mean, if the reason why there's a lot of people on League or Valorant is because there's a lot of systems out there, and a lot of systems are not high end. They're either low end or mid tier, and having a game that runs well on even low end systems is important if you want to capture that audience, whatever. Okay, so I have Cypher, Jet, Omen, Sage. I have Yoro. Holy shit, I didn't know that. Reyna, Sova, Viper, Raze, Breach, KO, Neon. This guy has a lot of utility hardware. Think about getting him. I think he's one of the newer champs or operators. That's why people are starting to learn him and figure him out. All right. I think it's a good time to go, but I'll try to be on tomorrow sooner than hopefully not fall asleep right after work. So yeah, we'll try to get on sooner and try to get stream going. If no one's on, I'm gonna play PoE. Obviously, I think that if Harry does get on, usually he wants to play Valorant, so I might be on that. Either that or PoE, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I am gonna head out. Peace. Thanks.